Hi everyone, it's Simon Keeling here. It is Wednesday the 20th of March. Thanks again for watching weatherweb.net. Don't forget that the site's kept free of charge by the adverts that you see around the screen. It's by you coming back and using the site and using the adverts. That's what keeps us free of charge, so thanks for doing that. Now, this cold just seems to be in, doesn't it? And it just doesn't seem to go anywhere. And the bad news is it looks like getting even colder. However, there is some good news on the cards, because if you look at the GFS Ensemble temperature prediction, this is for London, and the lines that we're interested in are the red lines that you can see here. Look at this temperature rise here from around about the 28th. So that's Thursday the 28th, week on Thursday. However, we've got cold air in here, look, to get through first of all. This is Saturday, well, this is particularly late Saturday, Sunday and Monday, but it's the temperature rise here that I'm really interested in today's video. Now, before we get there, we've got cold air to deal with. This is the chart from midnight tonight from the ECMWF, or rather midnight last night. Low pressure was centred here across southern parts of England. Got this easterly flow towards the north. Now that easterly was bringing some snow showers and snow flurries across northeastern Scotland, and also the northeast of England, as well as some parts of Wales. There is a battle taking place though, because this is the chart for midnight on Friday. Notice low pressure by then, a deep area of low pressure with two centres out here in the Atlantic. The flow is changing. The flow that's across Scotland and northeast England is still from a cold southeasterly direction. But look, the flow that's coming in across the rest of the UK and Ireland is coming in from a milder south or southeasterly. So this is milder air that's trying to get northwards into the country. However, the bad news is it doesn't really make it. It only really ever gets into sort of Northern Ireland, Wales and central southern parts of England. And it probably does that during Friday and into the early part of Saturday. Some heavy rain to come as well, particularly across Ireland and southwestern parts of England. However, as the rain moves northeastwards, what we're going to find is that it comes into the cold air, and of course it will be turning increasingly to snow. That process looks set to take place probably from around now, so around midnight Friday onwards, and it looks at the moment as if it's Northern Ireland, northwest England, parts of the Midlands, high grounds of Wales, but it's going to be high ground of the Midlands that's most at risk of that through Friday, probably covering over high ground, and then through Saturday it looks like it could be sort of Northern Ireland, central Wales, central southern parts of England that sees the highest risk of that snow. A few snow flurries just moving on to eastern coast, but elsewhere generally dry. Now, if we go forward a couple of days, this is midnight on Sunday. Notice what's happened. Still got the low out here towards the west. However, our flow is by now coming in from a much colder easterly direction across all of the country. It looks like it's going to be late Saturday into the early part of Sunday that we see the temperatures falling away. Also notice how close together the isobars are here, indicating it's going to be a windy day, so feeling bitterly cold. Now, into next week, this is the chart 2 days later, midnight on Tuesday, and still got this cold easterly flow. However, it's a drier easterly flow, so I think what we're going to find is clear skies overnight, and I think we are going to find some severe frost. Could be looking at temperatures perhaps as low as -7 degrees Celsius, more typically around a -3 degrees Celsius. Pop it forward a couple of days, so this then takes us through to Thursday of next week, the 28th, and the flow by then has gone more into, it's come around more into a northeasterly. Now, what that could do is just run some snow showers, particularly for northern and eastern Scotland, just down these eastern coasts of England, but elsewhere it's dry, and again, severe frost overnight if we get clear skies. However, notice this low again building out to the west, and notice the ridge here at 500 millibars. 2 days later, this is midnight on Saturday the 30th, and look what's happened. Here's our deep low out towards the west, but here is our jet stream, and there is our ridge, look. So we've got milder air trying to push in this time from the Atlantic. This time it looks as if the colder air that's out towards the east, yes, we still have an easterly flow here, but it looks like it's being pushed away further towards the east. So it could be that this time this milder air actually manages to get all the way through the country. Now, the interesting thing here is that there are signs here of a flip in pattern, where we go from a blocked position which we've been in throughout the winter, which has caused these cold conditions, to more of a west or southwesterly flow. And what I've been doing is looking for evidence in other charts to see if I can spot that taking place. And it's just interesting to look. This is the GFS ensemble, the 500 millibar heights and anomalies. This is valid for midnight last night. So this is midnight effectively, the midnight just gone. Notice, British Isles is under here. Now, see these blue colours in here? Well, they're below normal heights. The red colours here are above normal heights. And it's this block here that's been causing the problems for us. What it's been doing is forcing low pressure further south, forcing the jet stream further south, and so the British Isles have been in cold conditions, and much of Northern Europe has been in cold conditions throughout the winter. Now, what to do is just compare this to 15 days hence. So this is the chart for Friday the 5th of April. Now, what I want you to notice is how that block up here to the north look has disappeared. Those above normal heights have disappeared. Now, there's always a tendency for the ensemble model to try and bring us back to near normal conditions, so you've got to bear that in mind. But that block has gone. Also, what's happened is the jet stream has moved further north. It's now in here. And this would put low pressure developing within this zone here and bring more of a southwesterly flow through the UK. And you can see that little kink in the heights there. That is a ridge of high pressure. So this pattern is actually far more near normal than we've seen a pattern for many, many weeks now. And what that would do is probably put high pressure somewhere over here. We'd have low pressure up here, a southwesterly flow. It would bring rain into Ireland and western Scotland and perhaps western Wales and southwest England, but the majority of eastern and central areas of the country would likely be drier, and all places should be milder too. So there are some hints of a change taking place. The question is this a major change of atmospheric pattern? So are we going to break away completely from the blocking pattern? It's something that we've got to watch over the coming days. But for now, thanks for watching. And don't forget, we keep free of charge by the adverts you're seeing around the screen here, by you coming back, using the site and telling your friends about the site. That's what keeps us free of charge. So thank you for doing that. And I'll say bye for now and keep the sun shining.